Thanks, Savannah. Raise Alert is meant to keep all students and faculty aware of any hazardous conditions on or around campus. I'm standing on the construction site for what will be known as Regional Park after it is built and finished in the fall. I'm here at the Greek Theater where earlier today I spoke with all 4 tickets that are running for ASG elections all over campus, and they were telling me what they plan to do if there is a runoff election. Today the pollen count was in the medium to high range at 8.5 out of 10. Which is pretty high for February. What was your reaction when you found out you were put on scholarship?
It's like anybody else you'll see, I cried a little bit. I don't want to sound emotional, but I did cry a little bit.
One of the most stressful things for Fayetteville residents is traffic during local Razorback sporting events, especially when there are multiple games going on at one time. That's right, Ambrosia. Allergy season has already hit us hard. Today, the pollen count was in the medium to high range at 8.5 out of 10, which is pretty high for February. I got to speak with the executive director at Pat Walker for more on allergies.
We're starting spring now. We always have cedar, juniper, and alder trees that people react to. People also tend to spend more time outside, and so they're exposed to more pollens as the plants start to come up out of the ground and bloom.
February in Fayetteville has been just about the opposite of heavy coats and winter boots. Most residents didn't expect allergy season to arrive this soon.
It really stinks when I'm the kid at the back of the class that's always sniffling and coughing, and it's just a nuisance, really. It's very annoying and frustrating when I got to get out of bed and get a runny nose and I got to walk through this wind and go to class.
The big thing is to get some advice, because sometimes the reactions to allergies are the runny nose, sore throat, coughs, and things like that, and that can turn into an infection if it's not kept under control.
There are some things we can do to help prevent allergies, including cleaning your house, keeping your sheets clean, vacuuming the floors, and cleaning up pet hair.
Controlling your environment and knowing what environments do to your allergies is pretty important. So try to get ahead of the allergies if you know you're going to have a reaction. Sometimes you can take a medication every day and that keeps it under control.
The best way to find out how to prevent allergies this season is to consult a doctor and figure out what exactly you could be allergic to. For UATV, I'm Lauren Pizzi. 2 weeks ago, on a normal Sunday afternoon, a young woman was approached and assaulted by a man after a confrontation about using her cell phone. Right now I'm standing near mile marker 3 where the incident had happened. What used to be a worry-free trail now makes some runners feel very unsafe. U of A student Carly Summerford has doubts about running the trail by herself.
Today was actually my first day back, and my mom suggested that I get some pepper spray. So now I bring that with me when I come, and hopefully that helps me feel a little bit safer.
In addition to runners taking precautions on the trail, Fayetteville Police Sergeant Craig Stout says they are doing everything they can to make residents feel safe.
We have increased our patrols on the trail since that incident. We've also tried to make everyone aware of the incident that took place and to report any suspicious activity immediately.
Summerford says she feels safer knowing there are police around more frequently, but she probably won't be running alone anymore.
If my roommate or a friend can come with me, that makes me feel even safer.
Sergeant Stout says it is best to plan out where you're going to run before you go to assure your safety.
You want to run in an area that you're familiar with. We have a lot of miles of trails. Some of them are lit, some of them are not. So just kind of plan your route before you go based upon the time of day and the number of people that are out there.
Balance. It's always played an important role in Lisa Mills' dance career. But once she started juggling the Arkansas Pom Squad and biomedical engineering, the word took on a whole new meaning.
I've been kind of used to a rigorous academic curriculum and having extracurriculars on the side too for quite some time. But this definitely taught me how to enhance those time management skills and prioritizing, just because this is on a collegiate level. It isn't just high school or middle school anymore.
She says being a part of the dance program has had a major impact on the way she performs on and off the sidelines.
But I am appreciative of this program, especially because they have taught us to maintain, a level of professionalism, being a classy woman, but then also making sure that you excel in and out of the classroom.
Mills says she chose biomedical engineering to focus on becoming an orthopedic surgeon so she could work with children.
I just want to work with kids. So wherever there's a kid and a hospital, we're good to go.
As busy as Mills' schedule is, she somehow makes time to work as a student ambassador as well as staying involved in her sorority. Mills may have a lot on her plate right now, but she is confident in her ambitious future.
Being involved in so many things, it does teach you to be well-rounded, and it really does teach you those time management skills because, I mean, after this, you're on your own.
It's been the funnest place you could imagine. It's almost like having a toy store.
Big Red's Razorback shop opened back in 1992, the same year Bud Walton Arena was built. Owner Dave Odell opened the store after he retired as U of A bookstore manager. What he'll miss most are all of the memories he has made with fans.
We've had customers probably the last 25 years that were here the first year we opened, and they'll be coming up here for a game, and then all their buddies will just meet at Big Red's.
For some Razorback fans, Big Red is more than a place to buy merchandise. It was a place to visit with friends.
I have been coming to Big Red for over 20 years. I've got to know Dave and Sherry for a long time ago, and we developed a good friendship, and it's always a pleasure to come in here.
Odell says even though his store is coming to an end, Razorback sports will always be a part of his life.
If I'm at a football game or basketball, baseball, and everybody stands up and calls the Hogs, I still get to chill at my back just like I have for 50 years now.
For a quarter of a century, they've tried to make people feel as if they were a part of a Razorback family.
I'll miss them. I'm going to miss coming in here. It's a place every time I come to Fayetteville, I always stop in here, and I'm going to miss that.
Reporting for UATV, I'm Lauren Pizzi.
Thanks, Savannah. Razor Alert is meant to keep all students and faculty aware of any hazardous conditions on or around campus. In the last year, there have been 4 major events where Razor Alert has had to call, text, or email everyone to stay alert, including March 23rd for a tornado warning, February 28th for campus safety, June 6th for a chemical spill, October 7th for a power outage, and last night being our latest Razor Alert for tornado warnings. Now, for weather instances, Razor Alert does not send out emergency notifications until the National Weather Service has sent them out. I spoke with the manager of media relations for the U of A who told me about the process of turning the tornado sirens on.
University police are the ones who make the call on this. When the cited tornadoes are approaching the university, the sirens will go off. If the tornado activity is in the county but not particularly heading for the university, they don't put the sirens on.
Anyone who is enrolled at the U of A will automatically receive any emergency alerts through email. Reporting live on campus for UATV, I'm Lauren Pizzi. Thanks, Savannah. Right now I'm standing on the construction site for what will be known as Regional Park after it is built and finished in the fall. The park will consist of 200+ acres of soccer, baseball, and softball fields. In later phases, there will be playgrounds, basketball and sand volleyball courts, along with a permanent trailhead connected to Mount Kessler. I got in touch with the Parks and Recreational Planner who told me about what they have in store for the up-and-coming 6 to 7 miles of trails.
We knew that the existing trails needed to be improved. There were problems there. And we also considered that we would be constructing new trails. And so we elected last year to have a master trails plan produced for Kessler Mountain.
Easton says the next step in the plan is to secure the use of all trails on private property for the overall expansion. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Lauren Pizzi. One of the most stressful things for Fayetteville residents is traffic during local Razorback sporting events, especially when there are multiple games going on at one time. I spoke to one student who says there has to be a better way to direct traffic when all of this is going on.
It would be great if they kind of made like a north or southbound or east or westbound traffic route. So if you're trying to get out of the stadium, you know, you're heading towards MLK, there's one route that way. If you're trying to get back to the side of campus, one route. I think it'd be easier if they kind of specified or organized it a little bit better.
One Fayetteville police officer told me the traffic routes around campus vary depending on what game and how big the attendance is expected. He also told me the busiest intersections in during Fayetteville game time is MLK and Razorback. His best advice is to plan around game day traffic and make sure to take any route to avoid going directly through campus. For UATV, I'm Lauren Pizzi. Earlier today, I spoke with the field organizer here for Sanders' campaign in Arkansas, and she told me that although they're disappointed with the end outcome, they're very excited for the overall Arkansas turnout for voters. She told me that they're very excited to see what's next for the campaign. Sanders supporters have been weighing their options in case he does not make it to the general election, but many are very unsure if they would vote for Hillary Clinton.
The thing you hear from most Bernie supporters is they're really not sure because, you know, the reason why I started organizing is because of Bernie. You know, I felt like he was really speaking to what's important to me and to my generation.
Olson told me that as of right now, they're taking a breather to see if they get an email for what's next for the campaign. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Lauren Pizzi.